A highly eventful January in Revolution Pro Wrestling reached its conclusion live in Coventry. This past Sunday, undisputed British Cruiserweight title was on the line, and much, much more besides in what turned out to be another headline-making afternoon. The headline for Leighton Buzzard coming into Coventry was that he was now 0-6 since his return to RevPro a couple of months back. Buzzard wanting to snap that losing streak as he went one-on-one against the self-proclaimed best junior heavyweight in the world, Robbie X. And thankfully for El Capitan, he got the victory he came for, catching X with a cutter to secure the 1-2-3. Buzzard now can look to build on that success as he attempts to climb the rankings in the most competitive cruiserweight division we have ever had here in RevPro. Another person hungry for victory coming into Coventry was Melissa Fierce in just her second match in RevPro. Fierce's opponent in Coventry was Mercedes Blaze, representing the Cutthroat Collective in what was the first CTC appearance in RevPro in 2026. Fierce was able to convert that potential that she showed against Falcon into a victory this time versus Blaze, a fireman's carry driver, enough to secure the win for the hot commodity. The last time we were in Coventry was back in November, and on that night, Kelly Six chose to side with David Francisco, helping Francisco to victory in his grudge match against JJ Gale. There was plenty to settle for Gale and Six as they went one-on-one, this time in Coventry. David Francisco clearly wanted no part of the heart and soul of RevPro, didn't even show up in Coventry. Instead, Kelly Six was accompanied by Josh James and influenced the match he did, but not in the way he wanted. A pounce that was aimed at Gale instead threw Kelly Six into the chairs at ringside, and moments later, the Gale Force, ensuring that JJ Gale picked up the win in his first in-ring action of 2026. In Sheffield, Oku accidentally super kicked Danny Black of CPF. Maverick Mayhew then squared up to Oku. That set up a match in Coventry, which happened on Sunday. Black was in Mayhew's corner as he looked to prove a point against the man who is still considered by many, if not most, to be the face of Revolution Pro Wrestling. As we see so often, in the end, Oku was just too good. A stunning transition into a half crab, forcing the tap out from Mayhew. Oku held on to the half crab after the bell, apparently wanting to make sure that he'd been victorious after the controversy when he locked Jay Joshua into that hole 2 weeks previously in London. Black at ringside took exception to Oku holding on for so long after the referee's decision. That caused another encounter between Oku and CPF. And in amongst all of that, Smittson charged down to the ring to attack Amira. Oku saw what was happening at ringside, tried to get past Black to help out Amira. Black, though, wasn't finished and didn't realize what was happening, so Oku did not get to Amira in time. Smittson hitting Amira with a steel chair. Then Oku held Black responsible for what had befallen Amira. Up next, the man who you could say is at the center of all of that chaos, Connor Mills, teaming with the undisputed British heavyweight champion Jay Joshua. They took on Rising Tide, the team of Leon Cage and Shane Hook. By this point, Oku had left the venue with Amira, so Mills knew he didn't have to look over his shoulder. But even so, he and Joshua ended up in a hell of a battle against Cage and Hook. Mills was able to secure the victory eventually with the key crusher, but as he and Joshua celebrated, Oku's music started playing again. We thought for a moment that Oku had returned to the building, but that was not the case. Oku's music served as a diversion for TK Cooper to attack both Mills and Joshua from behind. Cooper has made clear for weeks that he has his sights set on Joshua's championship. He said he would choose his moment to strike, and apparently that moment was this Sunday in Coventry. Next, for the second time in the afternoon, we saw Sky Smittson, this time as she went one-on-one against Kangji. Before Kangji and Smittson could even lock up, Falcon took a ringside seat and ultimately was instrumental in the closing moments, reaching through the ropes to shove the competitors, changing their body positions such that Kangji's shoulders were down. Sky Smittson getting a pinfall victory over Kangji, after which, for the third week in a row, we saw a brawl between Kangji and Alexis Falcon. The undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship was on the line next. Joe Lando against the former champion Ruthless Will Caven. And at various moments, it seemed as though Caven may have been on the brink of regaining a title that he felt was still his in the first place. Never more so, in fact, than when Caven realized in the closing moments that Lando appeared to be injured. He then picked up the champion to try and deliver his devastating Devil Driver. Lando, though, had clearly done his homework, was able to counter that into a pinning predicament. 3 seconds later, Lando was your winner and still the undisputed British Cruiserweight champion. And so to our main event for the second week in a row, the Young Guns headlining a RevPro show, this time non-title action against Trent Seven and Mark Haskins. Seven and Haskins had already proven to be a very strong team the last time we were in Coventry, and being two of the finest wrestlers of this generation of British wrestling, you would expect nothing less than what we got, which was one hell of a main event. In the end, Seven tagged himself into the match, apparently against Haskins' wishes, and it proved to be the key decision in the outcome, although not perhaps as Trent Seven would have hoped. Moments after he was tagged in, he was lifted up for that pile driver kick combination on the part of the Young Guns, who secured yet another win to further strengthen their case to be the best tag team on the planet. And so a crazy January in RevPro reached its conclusion, but there is not long to wait until the action resumes, because we are back live in London on Sunday, the 1st of February, as we continue on the road to Wembley. Don't forget that 14th anniversary show coming up August 29th. Exciting times here in Revolution Pro Wrestling. We hope you will stay along for the ride. In the meantime, I've been Dave Bradshaw, and this has been your RevPro Recap.